Good morning, good morning. Happy Monday, my beautiful people. What it do, what it do. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's your girl, Real Talk is in the building. I'm not going to be on here for too long, but I had to go ahead and get this up out of here in case some people didn't know, in case somebody need to hear it this morning. Look here, y'all. Y'all better warn your sons and daughters about what's going on out here in the real world for real. When all jokes aside, you know what I'm saying? I know we laugh and we joke about certain things, but when it's time to put your foot on the ground, for real, you guys to understand that you have to let your sons and your daughters know what's really going on out here. You need to warn your sons that they can be a Travis or they can be a Shannon Sharp around here or a R. Kelly around here or a Diddy around here. And you also need to warn your daughters about these back pages out here to letting them know that, girl, look, don't go put that on. Don't go put your body out here like that. Do you not know it's rats out here? Do you not know that people just want you to lay on your back and just want to take from you and they don't want to put in the work or be your husband or be your wife or not? You have to warn people about this before it gets too much out of control. It's nothing to sit down and have a conversations with our daughters and our sons about people that's out here that ain't no good, that's only something for nothing, or just about what that they can get out of you. They don't want to put no time, no energy, don't want to pray with you, don't want to help you through the storm. They just want you to lay on your back and that's it, that's all. That ain't how we doing it this year. That ain't how we doing it. It's nothing wrong with raising your kids and telling your kids to be aware of the sheets, the wolves, and the ops and the pigeons, because I was talking about the people. People will literally come in your face and play in your face and try to sell you a dream and hope that you bite off of it. That ain't what we doing. That ain't what we doing. Warn your kids that it's a certain age limit that you supposed to be able to talk to your youth about, because people be trying to come into your children's life and try to raise them and try to trick them out of position so they can be disrespectful to where they won't listen to nothing that you got to say, because people be around here trying to raise folks' children. But you say that you're raising somebody's kids, but you want to sleep with somebody's kids. When you know that you done did everything in the book, then you get mad at the next person because you presented your kids around them. Now you mad because they want your daughter, they want your son, because you done did everything in the book. The world, they're not looking at you anymore. They want what you breed. And that is a true saying. I don't get why everybody's so surprised about everything that's going on around here and make it seem like we ain't been young before, and make it seem like our backs ain't been put against the wall when we was coming up, when you had old pedophiles trying to holler at you when you was a kid and one number in junior high. And I can speak on it because I'm a prime example of why people be trying to treat you out of position and try to manipulate you and try to make it seem like everybody against you. Nobody don't love and care for you. If they didn't walk out of your life, I won't be in a position that I am to try to help take care of you and all that. That'd be a lie. That'd be a lie. Because I know for a fact when I was in junior high that you had the older boys trying to talk to you with the cars and get your nails did and get your hair did and all that, and want to use your body up and don't be stun you in the long run. Teach your sons how to not go out here and talk to this woman and that woman at a certain age, because they don't do nothing but try to trick you with these kids, manipulate you, talk to you crazy, and then feel like you, the parents, are obligated when they go out here and make the mistakes that they make. And when you been to warn people before it even happened, because we done been down those roads before. Thank God that we done made it out for some of the choices that we done made in our life. You do have to warn your sons. You do have to warn your daughters. Because if you don't warn your daughters, next thing you know, you'll have plenty R. Kellys out here, plenty Shannon Sharps, plenty Jalen's and all that being tricked to the system because everybody trying to make it seem like it's good to do and making it seem like it ain't a certain age that you supposed to approach somebody's child or approach their daughter. Babe, I'm going to tell you like this. I don't play that. At the end of the day, your children gonna go out here and do what they want to do whenever they want to do it. But I feel like long as you under my roof and I'm paying the bills and I'm taking care of you and I'm providing for you, my rules and regulations gonna stick within my household. If I don't want my son to talk to an older person, they ain't. If I don't want my daughter to talk to an older man, she's not. At the end of the day, because I know for a fact with me, it shouldn't have been no man looking at me at no 14 to 15 to 16 years old with me having a baby. That's why my kids are 23 and 21 years old, because I made that same mistake, allowing somebody to trick me out of my drawers and try to make it seem like everything gonna be what it is, and they only sell you a fairy tale. So you do got to be careful with your kids. A Negro be knowing what they doing when they try to go get somebody younger than them, because they didn't experience everything that they want to experience. They don't want nobody else. They want to make themselves feel alive again. Let me make myself feel alive again. Let me see if I got it or not. I feel like if a person is only 18 and 19 years old, I don't feel like no 20-some-year-old person should be going with nobody. I don't feel like if a child 19 years old, 18 years old, I don't feel like nobody in their 30s or their 40s should be going with them or not. You know what I'm saying? You do have to draw the line. And that's the problem with a lot of us. We don't draw the line and we don't stop people where they thought that they had us fucked up at from jump. If our parents would have stopped it a long time ago, people won't be so comfortable with approaching your kids or not, or saying if they gonna go behind them bars or not. If we was prosecuting their ass a long time ago, we won't be in the predicaments that these young girls feel like they got to get money from this man and that man, or this woman and that woman, to make themselves feel good because of the materialistic things that they want in life, that they have to understand that it ain't gonna go to the grave with you. You got to understand that it's soul ties no matter what it is that you do. You better start checking some of these folks' background. You better start checking some of these Negroes' resume and seeing why they can't get along with the people that they was with, or why they keep making babies out of wedlock and not being with the mothers and fathers that they received these kids about. And you better wonder why people be always want to holler, oh, I took him from you, oh, I held him first, and that's why you mad. Baby, have y'all ever thought about the reason why certain people walked away from some people like they did? Because maybe it was an issue. Maybe they was the problem, and the person that they trying to say was the problem was never the problem. The problem is y'all be feeling like people got to lay on their back and settle for less just to get something out of some of y'all to be able to move forward in life. That's why I tell some of y'all, get your own hustle. Make your own money. Listen to your parents, man, because ain't nobody gonna tell you nothing wrong. Listen to your parents. And then the first thing you'll go hollering about, man, I wish I would have listened to my daddy. Man, I wish I would have listened to my mama. Oh, man, I wish I would have listened to that OG when shit get hard. And then when it really hit the fan, you do got to tell your daughters, hey, don't go out here dressing like that. Don't put yourself out here like that. They ain't going to do nothing be calling you all out your name and talking about you easy and saying that you're twerking all out here and stuff like that. And then when you finally settle down and you want to have your kids and you want to get married, you wonder why the Negro don't want to marry, you wonder why the woman don't want to marry, because you done put yourself out here and expose yourself for something that nobody ain't gonna sit with. It ain't nobody finna sit with that. Good morning, my beautiful people. You do need to tell your sons. You do need to tell your daughters. I don't even understand what some of y'all get it in the back of y'all brain that it's okay for an old nigga to be laying up with your 19 to 21-year-old daughter. I don't understand why some of y'all be feeling like a woman should be going with your 18 to 19-year-old son and they in their late 20s, and then they got a nerve to try to tell you or correct you and try to make you feel bad, making it seem like you making the wrong decision because you tell them, hey, don't go out here and have no kids with my son because my son is immature. He ain't got them all for real. He got to still figure it out. He's still a kid himself. He ain't even sitting here buying the high jeans and paying the bill to take care of his damn self to be talking about taking care of a child. If we gonna talk about it, if we gonna get on these apps and we gonna have some type of self-respect for one another, and we gonna learn how to control and stop and trying to wear down certain narratives of what it need to be and put that shit on the floor, that's just what it is. It's a lot of y'all need to be prosecuted around here and you're not. It's a lot of y'all think that they open up these jail walls for some of y'all just to be looking at and think that they ain't gonna put some of y'all in it to throw away the goddamn key. The devil is a lie. It doesn't make no sense. What attract you so much to a person that don't even have it all figured out? Don't even got a pot to piss in for real. Don't even know how to pay no bills for real. Don't even got no responsibility like they should or not. But you want to sit there and say, oh, call me daddy. Call me boss man. Call me this. Call me that. Nigga, I'm not going to call you no more than what you already is. If we gonna have certain conversations on here and we wonder why our kids dropping like hot water around this bitch, everybody got their opinions, everybody want to speak on something, but let's speak the real though. Let's speak the real to saying that it ain't right. You can't control some people. When these kids are disobedient and they want to go against their mothers and their fathers, and you try to help to get the system to help you out, to try to help you, try to raise them, you can't do that. It take a village. Sometimes it take a village, and sometimes it take you as a mother and a father to raise your kids the best way that you can, so they won't go out here to be no straightaway, to make sure that they won't go out here to be no crash dummy, to make sure that they get everything that they need out of life, so when we leave here, baby, you'll be good and sealed, that we ain't got to worry about when we leave here, that if our kids out of control, if our daughters out of control, or if our sons out of control, or if a Negro land and tricking them out of their position and making them do what guys know what's behind closed doors, putting it all on camera. I can remember we didn't even have these phones and stuff like that to be able to put everything out here like that. Why would I want a woman every time I look around, you twerking and you shaking your tail, and then you expect, then you wonder why these young men sitting around here dogging you out like a dog? Let them do it. If that's the case, if you ain't got no self-esteem about yourself and class about yourself, you can't get mad at the next woman or the next man for what position that you end up in, because a lot of us don't like to listen. Y'all be thinking that shit cute when you out here laying on your back and getting your soul ties to everybody. What if when you get up and get something you can't get rid of? Then what? Everybody crying and y'all passing this shit along and making it seem like it's Skittles, making it seem like it's okay to do, misleading these boys, misleading these young girls, making it seem like twerking and shaking your ass and popping pussy it's the key, when it ain't, baby. What you got going on up here? Mentally, physically, emotionally. Sometimes you got to think before you do certain things, man. That's why every day that we pick up these phones, you find that somebody missing or somebody dead in the streets because somebody didn't want to listen to somebody when somebody was trying to warn them. Warning for destruction. It ain't nobody hating on some of y'all or want what some of y'all got when you put it out here for somebody to see, and then the minute somebody start talking about you, oh, you offended, oh, somebody hating on you, or they jealous on you. Have y'all ever thought about sometimes people just go ahead and try to warn you before you get yourself in something that you can't get out of? Thank God that we walked away from certain situations, that we walked away from them. It's plenty of times our back was against the wall that we supposed to been dead and gone and put in positions that we wouldn't even didn't even think that we was gonna be able to get out of, because we trust in men saying what men won't do. We trust in woman saying what woman won't do. These folks will lead you in the ditch and watch you drown, leave you for dead, and they ain't gonna have nothing. The life gonna go on the same way they use you up, swallow you up, and spit you out. They gonna go to the next person. They gonna go to the next woman. They gonna go to the next man. And then the first thing some of y'all love to get on this thing and say, oh, I don't want no relationship. I don't want to be with nobody. I'm just being me. I just want to live my life. Live your life, but put your meat up, though. Live your life and put your cat up, though. Because at the end of the day, I ain't got to sit here and lay down with you because you decide that you don't want no relationship, or you just want a pilot relationship, or however you want. You have choices in life about what it is that you gonna do with it. And up to you. If you live to see it, you gonna pay the price for everything that you do. You is, not nobody else. Y'all gotta understand, we got daughters out here. We got sons out here. Stop going around letting these Negroes knock you up and feed you all that extra bull crap in your head. Stop letting these women lay down with you and don't even have it figured out for real. Ain't never really had a mama to tell them nothing, or never had a daddy to tell them that. And half of us so hard head, we can have all of that and we still go do what we want to do. We talking about it though. It's the real talk over here. You sent for me, I sent for you. I'm going to send for your mammy. Because at the end of the day, this junk ain't got no face on it, man. You do got to protect your peace. You do got to protect yourself. Every day that you get out here and you open your eyes up, you got to pray to God and ask God for guidance and structure and leading you down the right path, so you won't be a crash dummy out here. Because people be making mistakes out here, and they think that you think that because it's easy to get in, it be hard as hell to get out of. Thank God I ain't end up with nothing that I ain't got, I can't get rid of. Thank God they just want number 2 kids, love them to death, won't take them back for nothing in the world. But you got to understand, I wasn't nothing but a kid having a kid back then, because I was trying to sit here and listen to the Negroes that were getting your nails did, getting your hair did, putting a little change in your pocket, buying your joints here and there, buying you a little outfit here and there, and then get your little makeup did. Oh, y'all think that's enough? You niggas ain't signing no deeds. You ain't signing no deeds. You ain't putting them up and putting them in a house and making sure that they taken care of. So when the next generation comes, you can be able to provide something for them and leave them some behind. But y'all ain't doing that. Y'all want to sit around here nickel and dime and lay on your back and get mad at the next woman or the next man for talking about you when you put it out here. That's why I don't play like that. I don't play like that. I'm going to tell you now, yes, I was when I was coming up. I was young. Hell, guess what? You couldn't do nothing for me. I wasn't stun you anyway. But at the same time, I ain't listened to my mom and my dad when I was coming up. Thank God that somewhere down the line, this register said, hey, girl, you got to get it together, or if you don't get it together, you can end up dead or in jail, or somebody can sit here and do something to you, and now you paying for it. Now you sitting around here popping pills for the rest of your life because you done got something you can't get rid of because you don't want to listen to your OG. You don't want to listen to somebody told you that they done been through some stuff in their life, and they got, they didn't experience some stuff that could have broke them and made them feel some type of way. That's what's wrong with a lot of y'all. A lot of y'all be so angry and so pressed about things that y'all shouldn't be pressed about, because some of y'all be feeling like the things that you don't have, you feel like you entitled to it. And half of the time, some of y'all don't be entitled to some of the stuff because y'all don't realize the fact that what comes with it. If we gonna get on these apps and we gonna talk about it, stop trying to make it seem like some of the stuff that some people doing is okay, because it's not okay. You think I want an old ass man with my daughter? No, I do not. I don't want no man for myself that can be my goddamn daddy. I don't want no man, because that make me feel like you trying to raise your daughter. You trying to manipulate me to make me feel some type of way, to make me feel like I got a yes man, you on your air move. So I'll be sidetracked on what you trying to do to me, because you going to have me confused, because you just a word of mouth for saying what you is and what you ain't going to do, when you just like that other man, when you just like the other woman. Y'all act like y'all can't get it together. Every time we look around, it's always a problem with other people and they flaws and trying to make it seem like it's okay for old ass men to go with your daughters. Trying to make it seem like old ass women, it's okay to go with your sons. It ain't okay. It ain't okay, because you shouldn't be wanting to look at somebody that ain't full developed like they supposed to be. And half of these girls around here is very much so developed, but they ain't developed up here. They not developed up there to know what it is that they doing, because you want to sit around and spoon feed them that bull crap from what you to learn, or how to continue to be a pimp, or how to continue to think that you a player. Man, fatal attraction is a motherfucker. That's what's wrong with a lot of y'all around here. Is too many of y'all got these lust spirits on y'all. Too many of y'all got these lust spirits on y'all, and it ain't gonna do nothing but lead you down the wrong path, and to lead you like another Shannon Sharp. That'll lead you just like a Travis Hunter. That'll lead you just like a fucking R. Kelly. That'll lead you just like who else that's locked up, a Diddy. And then you wonder why your kids around here doing everything, because you're showing them. You got 9 and 10-year-olds humping the floor because they done seen you or what you do in your bedroom. Now they want to sit here and demonstrate to you about what you got going on. When you see kids playing on the floor, they just humping the floor. What the fuck is you humping the floor for? What did you see? Who are you watching? And you wonder why people out here trying stuff that they shouldn't be no business trying, when every time you look around, you got a woman with some thongs on twerking on Facebook, shaking their ass for a few little dollars, talking about OnlyFans. You got women spraying they cat open, talking about some OnlyFans. You got men around here playing with their meat all in front of your kids, and then you think that the kids don't watch it. Then the first thing some of the kids hollering, well, you did the same thing that I was doing when I was coming up, when you was coming. So what make you different than me? The difference between me and you and them, baby, I learned early. See, I had to learn early. I had to learn early that they'll spit you up. I had to learn early that they'll suck all your energy and have you looking like you 45 around here, and you ain't number 23 or you ain't number 19, because you letting those evil spirits get a hold of you, thinking that and reminding you like it's okay to do some of the things that you're doing in your life. Some of y'all ain't even finishing high school, don't even have a high school education, but y'all so quick to worry about if a man gonna take care of you or not, or if a woman gonna take care of you or not. Get your own. You ain't gotta worry about nobody trying to take care of you, because if you manage your own and stay on your parents as long as you can and be respectful, you will have everything that you need. Y'all think it's easy out here? Paying a water bill, light bill, gas bill, rent, car note, insurance, cell phone bills, and all that. You ain't doing nothing but getting your goddamn self a headache. So guess what? I'll take advantage of you. Better use it while it lasts. Some of y'all better use it while it lasts. Then the first thing y'all be want to get on these platforms to talk about somebody hating on y'all. Ain't nobody hating on y'all, man. Half of people be trying to save your life. People be trying to save your life, man. Because at the end of the day, what you doing right now that you think that's okay ain't okay, baby. Because I feel like what is a certain type of age limit that you think that you should get out here and date and court. Because people can be at a big age and people still ain't what they need to be. What age do you think that's appropriate for somebody to be going with your son and your daughter? For real. And having kids bound. And then y'all be asking so much of some of these men and women when you know you done went out here and had children with children. Then the first thing some of y'all holler, oh, I'm going to court. I'm finna put the courts in. I'm finna do that. Why y'all love to want to go out here and put these white folks in your business? Then when the minute you put these white folks in your business, you be trying to make it seem like they gonna help you, and half of them ain't here to help you. They like to see you struggle. They like to see the black man not in the household with the kids and being broken families. Don't y'all get tired of broken families that some of y'all can't even have a family reunion without somebody looking on the side of you, judging you for something that you did within your past that you done grown from? You got to allow people to make mistakes, man. And when they make mistakes and they fall on their face, let them allow them to. We in a season that we got to allow people to fall dead on their face. But I'm going to warn mines. I'm going to tell mines what it is. And I'm going to continue to keep stressing to tell mines what it is. And if they decide that they want to go out here and do what Billy Bob and Lisa Arthur them telling them to do, go ahead. If you want to be a straightaway, go right on ahead. Because I did my part. I done did my part. That's what I have to tell mine. Every day that we speak, my son will call me, my daughter will call me. When you go and make that, when you go and lay in that bed, you better get up and you better make it up and you better decide what it is that you want to do. When you decide that you want to go out here and you want to be a woman and you want to go be a man, I'm going to allow you to. And when you fall on your face, guess what? I'm still going to be right here to encourage you to get back up and do it all over again. Maybe you need to change something than what you usually do and what you usually be around or what you usually see. Maybe you do need to prepare a table for people that's going to uplift you and that's going to tell you the right thing, that's not going to allow you to lead you to the wolves. That's just what it is. You can't let people play you, because if you allow people to play with you, they're going to keep playing in your face. People going to keep on playing in your face. It's no way in hell that a 19-year-old should be going with some 40-year-old, 30-year-old, 20-some-year-old. It's no way. Get your own age. It's no way that you 60-some years old and you want to go with a 19-year-old. You want to go with a 21-year-old. Boy, you somebody granddaddy. Girl, you somebody grandma. Why you want to try to get somebody else younger to try to mold them for the man you want them to be or the woman that you want them to be at that moment, because you done messed up somewhere down the line. Now you want to dress it up and now you got to fix it. I'm not knocking everybody for what it is that they do, but at the same time, you got to be mindful of some of the things that you do and some of the company that you keep. Because at the end of the day, I was in that same situation with being tricked, with thinking that this is what it is and this how it's supposed to go. But you don't realize, man, when you get up, you don't feel good. You still feel the same way, because them problems going to still be there. I went against my mama and my dad and the problem's still there. This wasn't even a man for me. Oh, this wasn't even a woman for me. But I did everything in the book to get out the door. But now that I'm out the door and I done burnt my bridges, now I can't turn it back around to my mama and my daddy, because I wanted to disrespect them and I wanted to go lay on my back and I wanted to do whatever I wanted to do. So now I done burnt bridges. Now I can't turn back the hands of time. We talking about it though. See, I'm at your front door, see, sis. I'm at your front door, see, bro. It's a difference between me and you and them. See, I've been out there. I know what the streets will do to you. I know what they'll trick you out of. They'll trick you out your clothes and trick you to do some things that you didn't want to do. And then when you decide that you want to turn your back on you, every hoe and every bitch in the book that you ain't shit, you ain't never been shit. Well, why you chose me then? Oh, I forgot. I lowered my standards. I wasn't the woman that you thought. I thought that I was. I wasn't worthy enough. Oh, I wasn't valuable enough. Oh, that's how you feel. See, when people show you how they really feel, take them for who they are. Take them. What you gonna teach me that my OG didn't teach me? What you gonna teach me that my loved ones can't teach me? What you gonna show me better than when your life was already fucked up and now you want me to come back and try to do it all over again? I'm not telling you it's nothing wrong with giving people second chances to redeem themselves, to figure out what it is that they want, but don't be nobody fool. All of us love getting on these apps and try to say who wrong, who shouldn't do this, and who want to see this and who want to see that. Man, it ain't good to be no pedophile. It's women pedophiles too. Let's not get that twisted. It ain't good to want somebody's child that ain't fully developed and ain't got it all figured out just yet. Because you was a crash dummy when you was coming up and you burnt your bridges with the people that you say that you love and you care for, but you did everything in your power to go against what it is that they telling you to do. Y'all know how some of y'all do. Don't want to go to school, graduate, oh sis, because you graduated, oh you a woman now, oh you a man now. When you can't even pay your own bills. When you can't even manage what you need to manage. When half of y'all ain't even got your hygienes up the part like you need to be. Some of y'all don't even shave your fucking pubic hairs and then got a nerve to sit here and say, oh, I'm a woman, that you ain't no mother baby, that your uterus ain't even fully developed yet to be sit here allowing somebody to dig in you for you to be a crash dummy every chance you get with little bitty clothes on with your dude cheeks hanging out. Oh, you fine, but you showing the man everything you got already. So why would he not think that you easy? Why would he not think that if he got you that way, what make you feel like nobody else can't get him that way? Y'all better wake up if we gonna talk about it. If we gonna have some conversation, and I don't give a damn, Lord forgive me, y'all excuse me for cussing. That's one thing, and two things for sure I know. My daughter 23 years old, and if I see her walk out the door, and if I see that it's something that's not appropriate in my eyesight, that I know for a fact she need to go in there and change, I tell her real quick, hey, you need to go in there and put something else on. I don't like that. That's too little. Your cat all showing in them pants and shorts and stuff, your dude cheeks and all that. You'll have somebody wondering why somebody kidnap your daughter and kidnap your son, because they put it all out here for people to see. And then you get mad when somebody call you whores. You get mad when somebody call you slut bucket. Why? When you present yourself up out here like that and let people trick you out of position because they let you drive their car with the big rims on it. Oh, they putting money in your pocket. Girl, that change gonna be gone. That's going to be gone. What about your soul, though? What about your dignity, though? What about when you got to answer to God about writing all your wrongs off of the things that you know that you don't supposed to do? And what kills me with some of us is we know better. That was so crazy to me. We be knowing what's right and what's wrong. And then the first thing some of us want to holler, oh, we competing with one another. Oh, she just jealous because she must be struggling. She must ain't got what I got then. She must want what I got. Baby, have y'all ever thought about, I don't want nothing that some of y'all got, because some of y'all going to lead yourself as a straightaway and you're going straight to hell. And I'm telling you now, I ain't going with you. I'm not going with you. Because if you tell me how you really feel for real, don't even get it twisted to make it seem like I didn't interpret what you said the first time. I'm just getting myself together to where it won't be so hard for me to walk away. You said what you said, because I don't understand why it be so hard for some of y'all to not deal and hang and bang with the people that y'all know for a fact don't mean you no good. Know for a fact that you got a bunch of ones that's doing the same thing that you doing. And then when times get hard and when people want to throw in that towel and wash their hands with you, now you want to cry wolf. Now you want to pick up the phone and say mom. Now you want to pick up the phone and say dad. And you know mom and dad, and now when you keep on making the same mistakes over and over again and think somebody supposed to be capped to save a hole with some of y'all, it ain't nobody finna do it. Warning for destruction. Of course I'm going to tell my son. Of course I'm going to tell my daughter. And furthermore, and too many of them can't pull up at my house anyway. You better goddamn know what it is. I don't need everybody to know where I live at and where I lay my head at. And if you can't bring one person over here, I don't want to see no extra anyway. I don't need this female and that female pulling up at my crib, because I don't know what your motive is and what your attention is. I don't need this man and that man pulling up around my house saying, because you might be watching my daughter. I don't know. You may be watching my son these days. You don't even fucking know. You got to watch your sons and your daughters when you come to them. It could be your uncle. It could be your long lost cousins. It could be your brother. You got to watch everybody. This shit ain't got no face on it, man. And sometimes some of us, we be feeling like because things happen to us in the long run that we be want to blame people for some of the stuff that we put ourselves through. That's one thing, and two things for sure that I know. When I went out here and did wrong and went out here and got kids, that wasn't my mama's fault. That was my fault, because I wanted to go off my own understanding and my own rules and regulation of what I wanted to do. It ain't had nothing to do with them folks. It's just because I wanted to be grown and step off that porch and thinking the grass was green on the other side, and it fucked me running, and I had to run back and be like, that ain't the life I want to live. I can't do that. Oh, they trying to set me up. Oh, they trying to set me up and play with me and everything. Want you to have threesomes and all that, thinking that you're down for it. It's plenty of time that I was in a fucked up situation thinking that somebody loved and cared for me and tried to set me up. Man, y'all got me twisted. And then the first thing we get on here to have some conversations and try to make it seem like people shouldn't feel the way that they feel. Nuh-uh, we ain't doing that. We is not doing that. And then a lot of other ones, y'all see here, knowing that you know people for years and say, oh, we ain't related, you can still give me a chance. Fuck, I look like giving you a chance because we're not related, and knowing that we got some type of ties together, but then you want to trick me and tell me, talking about, oh, I always thought you was beautiful. I always looked at you when you was a young girl. Basically what you telling me, you was always a pedophile. Basically what you saying. You watch me grow up to be the woman that I need to be, and you still looking, and if I want to bite, you gonna bite if I allow you to. That's what you saying. That's exactly what you saying. So I'm trying to figure out, hey, why you got this person around all these years knowing that they been shooting they shot. I tell my children, anything that makes you feel uncomfortable, tell me, baby. Tell me so we can get some straightening real quick. If somebody talk to you crazy, touch you inappropriate, say some things that they shouldn't be saying, make you feel uncomfortable, tell it. Tell it. We ain't repeating the same cycle over and over again. Y'all better go back. Y'all better take it back to let the people know what it really is for real. I ain't get on here to say too much, but this just was a warning video. Warning. Tell your sons and your daughters about these rats out here, these pigeons out here, these Negroes that's around here lurking, that don't have no care in the world about who they do and who they poke. And some of them that poke so long they got stuff that they can't even get rid of. Who want to be taking pills all their life. Can't even enjoy your life. Because you done throwed it away because you don't want to listen to somebody like me, or somebody like your mama, somebody like your dad or your auntie or your cousins. So if we gonna have the conversation, let's have the conversation. Let's be real with yourself. We done all been in predicaments like that. Yeah, we done all did some things that we ain't appreciate. Got approved from people that was older than us. But when you know better, you do better. That's why some people were warning you before the shit hit the fan, because the fact of it is, only reason certain people are telling some of y'all young girls and young boys what it is, because they done already been down that road before, and knowing that that's not the road that you want to go down, with trusting and believing everything that everybody say and saying what they will and what they won't do. People will trick you up out of your life. Why you finna give it to them freely? I hope you know how to fight. I hope you ready. Because I ain't going out that easy. I hope you ready. I tell them real quick. People be like, oh, you beautiful. I know. Thank you, though. Thank you. Oh, you know you fine. Thank you, though. Okay, in your point. Y'all think because a nigga give y'all a compliment that y'all got to go everybody likable because somebody give you a compliment. I can sit and look at myself in the mirror and give my own self a goddamn compliment and saying, girl, you know you bad today. You put that shit on. I do it all the time. I don't need nobody to encourage me for something that I already know. Give me 50 feet. That's what you can do. People want you to settle. They want you to settle for the bare minimum and make you feel like the little small things that they giving you is enough. That ain't enough. I'm not sending myself to hell with some of y'all because y'all confused and y'all don't want to listen and y'all want to do it the way that y'all want to do it. And then when things don't go the way that you want to do it, now everybody crying wolf because you can't get what you had the first time out of somebody. Now you want to blackmail them. Now you want to put videos out here. Now you want to sit here and say that. Now you impregnate them. Now you don't want to take care of your kids. Man, fathers take care of y'all kids. Mothers take care of y'all kids. And when you go out here and have these kids and you know the Negroes that you dealt with want nothing, don't expect too much from them. Go on, do what you got to do as a woman and as a man to take care of your family, to be able to provide like you need, because we all gonna have to leave here someday. And I just hope the best that they know how to get it together before you leave here, because guess what, it ain't promising. That's why certain parents and people tell y'all what it is before. Because we all know we got a date and a time and near the hour. That's why when we have kids, we want to raise our kids the right way. So when we leave here and they still here, we want to be able to make sure that y'all can take care of yourself. Some of y'all can't even do that. Some of y'all got your parents twisting and turning in their graves, or grandparents, because they know they taught you the right way and you still want to be a straight away. It's not hard. Y'all be acting like it's hard to, y'all act like it's hard to be happy. Y'all act like it's hard to move on. Y'all don't want to do right. Y'all feed off drama. Y'all don't like change. I forgot. Y'all act like it's a problem for change. That's why you got to take care of yourself. You wonder why you sit in the hospital with tubes and shit going down your throat and stuff like that and up your nose, because y'all trying to take care of outside people more than you're trying to take care of yourself and worry about your own problems and your own demons about what you got going on. And there's nothing wrong with voicing your opinion and speaking your opinion what's right, because I'm all for right. But when people want to do what they want to do, any means necessary, however they want to do, let them. But mine ain't. I get you the fuck from around me before I let you sit around and think that you gonna do what you want to do around me, that you ain't gonna listen to nothing that I got to say. And then when the problems hit your front door, now it's mom. I told you. So now you got to deal with it. Move on along. Now what you finna do next? What's your next move? Y'all got to do better, man. Better understanding, better communication. Y'all get mad at somebody else or how their life was and wondering why yours still in shambles, because y'all trying to base y'all life off somebody else's life that ain't yours. That's why. Long as you know you doing what you need to do and you being respectful, you taking care of your business, you doing everything in your power that you desire, that you know that you going down the right path. That one thing and two things for sure, that I'm so glad that I ain't never been no follower. I'm my own leader. I hold my head up high every day that I step out that door. And I'm going to present myself the way that I need to present myself every day that I walk out that door. Trouble come to you, but it's the way that you have to handle yourself when trouble come to you. And you got to learn how to start telling people no. Even if it come for your meat, your cat, or whatever. No, I'm good. I'm straight. I said what I said. Who gonna do me something? I said what I said. You do got to watch your daughters. You do got to watch your sons. You do got to watch the company that you keep. You do got to watch the people that come and surround themselves in your circle to saying who love you and who really don't. Because people show you for who they really are. Watch them and you will see. It don't take a rocket science to figure this shit out. It's Monday, and when it rains, it pours. If we gonna come into a season and we gonna eat, that just what it is. It's all gas and no brakes over here. I ain't got to settle for less. I know my worth. I know what I bring to the table. And if you don't like what I bring to the table, you don't like my attitude, and you don't like the person that I became, fuck you. That's just how I feel about it. It's okay. You ain't got to be around nobody with no house full of kids and they ain't your kids. You ain't got to be with this person and that person and settle for less. But if you walk into a door and you saying that you love a person for who they really are, you take them for who they really are, the flaws and all. But you got to change some about yourself, baby. That's why I thank God for growth. I thank God that I ain't just settled and I ain't just go for anything. That's why I ain't got but 2 kids. I used to think that I wanted a whole fucking football team. I lied. I do not. I got gray hair at places that I didn't even know that I had. Stress. It's the #1 killer. I'm not stressing about nothing that I know that I can see that it's going to be a problem before the problem even get here. Is you crazy? You better get somebody else to do it. That's why I tell people, if you in a situation and you know that you feel that it's not going to get no better than what it already is, baby, you better run for its run. Act like they got a gun for real. Because my shit going to stay loaded in the clock. That's why I don't play with everybody. I don't play with everybody. If people walk away from me, man, I just let them do what they do. Ain't no need to keep on asking no questions or why you did this or why you decide this and all that. I don't care. So it may be it for a reason. Maybe it wasn't my season. Maybe it wasn't my time. I got to take that shit with a grain of salt. And I ain't even mad. It's no pressure. I'd rather be by myself and be in a house by myself, knowing that, hey, if I struggle, ain't nobody else gonna know it. If I do bad, ain't nobody else gonna know it unless I tell it. If I'm going through, it ain't nobody else gonna know it. I'm gonna keep smiling even in the midst of goddamn sad days. Get what? You ain't gonna know it unless I tell you. And I said what I said today. So guess what? I got to go back and clock in. So I want you guys to have a good prosperous day. Let the haters be the haters. Let people say what they gonna want to say. But if people tell them the truth, allow yourself to meditate, to understand the assignment on what it is that you need to get out of life, to interpret the things that you need to interpret, to use the tools that you need in life to be able to move forward. And I said what I said. So have a good day.